One, two, 3, 4, 5, go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, go.
Sarah, and the character I play in The Devil's Dusk is Melanie.
My name's Alex and my character's called Fiona.
I'm Sarah and I play Sarah. That was part of the reason I went in for the film.
My character is Carol. I get picked off first.
I'm Charlie and the character I play is also called Charlie, and she's supposed to be bubbly and a little bit flirty and wigs out a bit when it all gets a bit scary.
Me and Charlie work in a shop and Matt came in to put some advertisements up for the casting call.
And he came back in a week later and just said he hadn't quite found the right characters and asked if we'd try out for them, me and Sarah.
Well, I was in Washington just on a night out with my friends. I saw a little poster on the wall, so I thought, why the hell not? Been in a couple of movies before, so I might as well try. So I went down for the auditions and got asked back. So
Did like a little bit of acting at school, but that was when I was 16. I've not done anything since.
I was given a flyer in a local pub that I was in and checked out the website, and it said, you know, make a New Year's resolution and do something different. So I thought, yeah, why not? So I went along to the audition and was absolutely petrified.
I'm not lying down. I'm not staying here. We're leaving this place. We're leaving this place right now.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, go.
I'm not actually able to watch horror films because they freak me out for weeks, years later. I have a very active imagination, so I can scare myself in the dark quite easily.
The Blair Witch Project scared me more than any other film ever has, and I think that's just because it left a lot to the imagination.
Hammer horror stuff. I really like the old Hammer horror and Tales from the Crypt and stuff like that. All the Dracula ones. Got a big crush on Christopher Lee, so.
It's like a natural instinct within people to look for something darker, so everybody does sort of in a strange way look for horror, whether it's in books or film or art or anything.
Which is why I was so interested in actually being in one, because it's my first real taste of what it's all about, and I feel that because I'll know how this film is made, it might actually mean I'm able to watch it.
We all got introduced to the characters and stuff who would be acting alongside of, like, very early on.
The first time I was pretty scared. Quite a few of the rehearsals, you know, got to bet everyone's more prepared.
Yeah, I wasn't quite sure like what to expect or whether I'd be awful, but I think as it's gone along, I've got like more confidence.
Because I've never really been into the whole acting side, so I didn't really know how it'd go, but I found it a lot of fun. It's been a really good experience.
Melanie is a very dependable person. I would say that Melanie is the glue that keeps all the friends together, because individually they don't quite seem to match.
I'm not the shy, retiring type, no, so it's not too far from my personality of the character, so it's not a problem. Promiscuous, that's what I'd say, she's promiscuous.
My character, she's sort of a bit of a bitch, she's anxious and quite argumentative.
She's called Fiona, and I think she had a bit of a checkered past. She became pregnant a few months ago, and yeah, she's not very happy about it.
She tends to freak out a little bit. She's not one of the most level-headed ones. She just goes along a lot with what everybody's doing, but has little moments where she just kind of can't cope, turns a bit manic at the end. She loses it quite a lot. As soon as I started reading it, you want to know what happens, because it starts off all very nice and relaxed and jokey. Girls in a club meet some guys, and it's quite intriguing to see what happens, because obviously you know it's going to be a horror film, so how does it all go horribly wrong? And yeah, as you read along, the way it unfolds, it's not what you'd expect at all.
Yeah, I was quite shocked when I read the script actually. I get lost, wander off on my own, and get tangled up in all these weeds and stuff, and get startled, and then just fall back and get impaled. So that's pretty gory.
I think it's quite an interesting death. When I got to that part in the script, I thought it was a really interesting twist.
Acting in a film that's set in a time frame of the 60s is really interesting.
Quite a lot of it, we understand that the dialogue's sort of representative of the time.
Some of the dialogue is quite difficult to say, so it just doesn't, it's not how we talk now, so it is quite difficult.
And then Matt encourages you to add little bits if you feel more comfortable saying things a certain way or think something else would work.
It was nice to have that open dialogue with the director.
It's great. It's really nice.
Yeah, it's been really funny. Like, we've just sort of drunk a lot and laughed a lot, and that's kind of like loosened everyone up, I suppose.
A consortium of individuals who are really passionate about film and obviously in particular horror.
Take regular people and make interesting pieces of work out of them.
It's like the next Hammer Horror, or like, I don't know, Tales from the Crypt. It's going to be really good, I think.
Well, I've had loads of fun working on it, really great bunch of people, and I think their stuff deserves to go far.
Ha ha ha!